Welcome, my peace, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart. So let's talk about Black Ink Cruise Chicago Season 3, Episode 18. Go ahead, Becky. Yeah, Becky is gone. They done got rid of Cat. Cat's out the door. All this fighting, all this crying, trying to get Cat to stay. Only thing it did was help her exit out the door. So we see Ryan has a little bit of power moves because he said it's either me or her. And everybody realized once he put them dominoes on the table, oh no, they had to say bye, Cat. See you later. Oh, so OMG, like Cat could have stayed there and worked out at Black Ink, but like they made so much of a big deal out of everything. Everybody trying to argue for Cat to be there. They could have handled the situation much differently, where Cat and Rachel could have sat down and had a conversation, talked, and put everything on the table and say they wasn't gonna do it again, but did it respectfully, not dirty, not have it so dirty where now she shows up at the lake house, she shows up in Cabo, and then it's all that rumbling, tumbling shit going on, and then Van and Ryan always getting in and going back and forth about Katrina should stay, Katrina should go. Like it could have been handled more differently if there was cooler minds. But anyways, Ryan's trying to protect his family, and basically Rachel is probably telling Ryan, "Hey, listen, she can't come back to the shop. You don't slept with her. That's it." She probably feels intimidated. She probably feels like, "Yo, if she comes back to the shop, I can't trust you, and I'm taking the kids, and I'm gonna bounce on you." So it is what it is. I guess Kat didn't want to stay in the bag. She wanted to let the cat out the bag, and she let it out the bag where she wanted Rachel to know what was really going on, and she wanted Ryan to own up to what he did with her. I don't know why that was so important to her, but it was important to her. And it being that important to her, it didn't matter whether she was going to stay at 9 Meg or not. So it is what it is. So we get Charmaine and Danielle sitting at the coffee shop or some restaurant talking about Cat again. Like, are they really Cat friends? Because you remember at Four and Nikki's party, when Charmaine got on the mic, she was acting like Cat them really kind of like had everybody. Everybody knows Cat so well. Basically trying to say like, Cat them been around the block in this shop or whatever, and at the people at Four and Nikki's house or whatever. So anyways, then they're sitting at the shop calculating Cat's vagina miles, talking about I didn't know. I guess Katrina and Danielle made out. They had something going on, and then her and Ford, then her and Ryan, then her and Van kissed and made out a little bit. And Charmaine, we find out Charmaine wanted some of that cat, some of that Katrina too. They all want that kitty cat, and give me your break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. So, and now Lily and Katrina. Like, you can't tell me Lily and Katrina did not hook up, because Lily has no morals and no values. Her and Katrina on the same level, same page. So I know they went in and they did the damn thing. And so, but anyways, why are they sitting there talking about Cat? You know what I mean? Who she slept with, because it's good for TV, I guess. And so who shows up? Lily and Katrina, they show up together. And then so Charmaine tried to say something rude, like, "Oh, what was you guys doing? Where you guys coming from?" They was like, "No, we didn't do nothing. There was nothing going on or whatever." And then Katrina was like, "Don't be going there with me. Charmaine, you tried to get some of this. You was asking me to eat you. You was asking me to do this and that when you was drunk. So don't even go there. I told you I didn't want none of that. I told you to chill out." I was like, "Yo, Cat put it out there, you know." It's just like, damn, Katrina, you could have just let it ride with Ryan or whatever. Had a conversation. Now you're not in the shop no more, unless you're gonna be starting your own shop. I'm like, damn. So then we find out that Charmaine does not like the taste of pre-ejaculation, and she doesn't do any fellatio at all. That's not her style. That's not her stilo. And so that's when Katrina was like, well, maybe your boyfriend would have said yes when you asked him to marry him, if you would if you had some fellatio services going on. So I guess it is what it is. So I'm kind of thinking that's probably why he's all pent up and bent up. He's pent up, bent out of shape and everything. He's gonna go down there to Africa and get him a mean fellatio. You watch. So, but Charmaine was like, "I put it out there, I love my man. Everybody knows I love him, blah, blah, blah." Well, we know he ain't feeling the same. It's like, she tried to cover that up. So, anyways, Everyone's at the everyone's getting ready to go to Don's sister's resting spot where his sister had committed suicide or whatever, and they're going there to have a memorial for her, and so they're all gonna let balloons go or whatever. I guess is her favorite color is green. Green's my favorite color too as well. And so everybody shows up. So it was so nice that Ryan showed up, Katrina showed up, everybody from Nine Meg showed up. Everybody was there, and hopefully Cobra sees that these mental illness is real serious, so hopefully Cobra gets some help too, so she don't go down that road as well. And so now she really knows that Don got her back, that he really understands where she's coming from, and maybe everybody in the shop can understand where she's coming from. But you know what, they got all this lesbianness going on in the shop. How come Cobra is not a part of it? She's the one that's out the closet saying she's a lesbian full-fledged. How come she ain't getting no Lily and no Danielle and no Katrina? Why ain't she in that pool? So anyways, they get there, and Don is, it's really sad and touching. His brother's there. Everybody shows up. They give nice speeches. Ford does. Ryan shows them as like, yo, everybody here can say whatever, but I really understand because Ryan lost his sister as well. He lost his sister too young, too soon, and so did so did Van. He lost his sister. Don. He lost his sister too soon. So then when Van was like, yo, she would have been 25, so she's gone too soon. 24, you just beginning life, you just living college fun. So it's just like, damn. So they let the balloons go, and Van also noticed that when the wind blows, how the balloons blew up in the air, and he feels like that's his sister's resting spot. And he also feels like when everybody go across this bridge, they'll be thinking of the memorial that they had for his sister or whatever. And they're on a boat. It's nice, it's touching, and R.I.P. Dominique, rest in peace. So anyways, Ryan feels like, since this stuff went down, this is crazy, this is serious, life is too short. Don, he feels like life is too short too, and Van feels like life is too short, but they just got a lot of pettiness going on. So anyways, we get to the shop. Everyone's at the shop except for Van. Van's not at the shop, but everybody else is there except for Cobra. Cobra's not at the shop as well. Ryan walks in. He tells him that he wants to go to a lake house, have a little trip, and Don is almost on the floor laughing like, what are you talking about? You ain't got enough of the lake house? You know what went down the last lake house? This is why we're going through all these trials and tribulation between you and Kat, and we're having these battles and these fights. So anyways, Ryan invites them to a lake house and all that other good stuff. And, Don is happy that he can come, he can contribute because he couldn't go to Cabo, so he's ready to go. I would not invite none of these people to my lake house or my beach house. You see what they did to the house in Mexico? There's no way. I guess VH1 put a deposit, and they also put down a deposit and damages first too as well, because I know people be like, yo, your cast be getting turned up, but it is good advertisement, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, I was just like, damn. So they're gonna go to the lake house. I was like, oh, Ryan's get on a good page. Junior was like, yeah, this is something good, because basically, Ryan wants to bring the relationship back together, get close with the shop again, because he feels like everybody's against him in the shop with this Cat situation. Yeah, they are against you, because they feel like you should just own up to it and say, hey, yes, Rachel, I slept with Cat or whatever. Cat, we slept together. Now it's over. Let's get back to business. It's like, let's make money. But there's outside influences, and on top of that, Ryan is hurt that, Kat blew up his spot, number one. And number two, he's upset that he had to face Rachel. Then number three, Rachel can threaten to take away the children again. So, and then and number four, she's messing up his relationship with Rachel and this empire he's trying to build. So he's taking it personal. And it is what it is. And Rachel is probably very insecure to have Kat there. I know I would probably not want someone that I'm with working alongside with someone that he has slept with recently, and this person still coming after me trying to tell me that they slept together, even though I know they slept together. And I'm thinking we cool or whatever, and then everybody in the shop is cool with this female coming around. I would feel some type of way too. So I understand how Rachel feels, but she should not be getting mad at Kat, but she should be mad at Ryan. But also Kat has a role to play in it, because she knew about her. You know what I mean? Afterwards, at the lake house, she knew about her. And she never reached out to call Rachel, because I'm pretty sure she could have reached out and talked to Rachel. So it's like a whole bunch of backstabbing going on, but it really seems like nobody really feeling Ryan on the situation. Nobody in the shop really got Ryan's back on the situation with Kat. They're like rolling for Kat because they feel like Ryan's always pretending, acting like he's Mr. Good Guy. He don't get in no trouble. Everybody else get in trouble, have messed up relationship, this and that. So this time he can't run. He can't hide from this situation. It's in his face, and he don't know what to do with it because somebody's forcing him to deal with something he doesn't want to deal with. And he's a little spoiled too as well. And he doesn't want his spot blown up on TV. I wouldn't either. So anyway, so moving on from that, so then we get Junior and Lily. Lily, she's at the bar, she's all drunk already. Junior walks in. Junior still, Lily's talking about, my life is terrible, losing the only man that ever loved me and protected me, whatever. We understand that people go through mourning. There's so many different stages of mourning and depression and things that people go to when they lose someone that they love, especially when they are murdered and things like that. But that does not give you a right to mistreat Junior and dog people out and burn bridges. There's tons of people in this world that loses people, and don't go around shitting on people. You shit on Junior. You treat Junior like real bad. If a dude was on this show if Junior was treating you like that, everybody would be in an uproar. But the way that you treat Junior, and you're trying to, and then here you go back. First, it was your sister was an excuse of not seeing your sisters was an excuse to beat up on Junior in Mexico, and then now the excuse is, oh, it's my father again. That there's no excuse for you to be bringing Plug around, giving him camera time, and bringing him to a same event where Junior's at, and then sleeping with Katrina, and then calling Junior names and things like that. So there's no excuse for it, and Junior wants to continue to be a punching bag. So now you can see how men can be in bad relationships, because Junior says, I'm always gonna be here for you no matter what. I'm gonna show you this. But you know what, maybe if you walk away, she will actually learn something. But she's gonna continue to use you as a punching bag. You're gonna continue to be a punching bag because you like what's between them legs. And Lily's gonna run up on the wrong person and try to mistreat them and play them games, and then act like it's because of her father. No, these behaviors that you're showing has nothing to do with your father. That's the meanness and nastiness inside you. You're a nasty person that needs some help and need to stay off of drugs and alcohol and need to go get counseling and stop making excuses for the way you don't even go visit your sisters or go see them. You haven't seen them in 5 or 6 years, but you out here having sex, running around. You ain't even worried about your sisters. But then we're gonna get another episode of you crying over your sisters. Don't want to hear it. So anyways, everyone is getting ready to go to the lake house or whatever. And everybody's waiting for Ryan. Ryan's not showing up. He ain't nowhere around. Everybody's looking for him. So anyways, they think he's not coming. Everybody jumps in their cars and they go out to the lake house. I think the lake house is in Wisconsin. So they go out there to the lake house. They chilling. They having fun. And they was like, Ryan is dissing us. And then, Don feels some type of way. He was like, yo, how Ryan is still the same old Ryan. He's dissing us. So basically, they all Ryan and Charmaine, not Ryan, Don and Charmaine are basically talking about Ryan like he ain't nobody. Like, damn, like, do you guys even got love for Ryan? Do you guys even like Ryan? It's like Don is always coming for Ryan. Like, he was like, oh, Ryan ain't here, whatever. Even Nikki was like, yo, he paid for the house, doesn't mean he gotta be here, you know what I'm saying? But Ryan got some situations going on with babysitting his family or whatever. So it is what it is. But it's so wrong for you guys to invite Katrina when the number one rule was when he invited you guys to the lake house was not to bring Katrina. Even though we know this is production, we know this is set up because we're going to get a good episode out of it, and this is actually Katrina's exiting point. So anyways, they think that Ryan is not coming, like he's not going to show up or whatever because he's not calling them back, like whatever. So anyways, Junior's feeling some type of way about Ryan. He's feeling like Ryan hasn't been in the shop for like he only been in shop twice, 2 months. He just really doesn't feel like Ryan is being the same Ryan as he was before. Like, he's not really motivated. He's not motivated because he's trying to keep his family together. So anyways, they're out there. They live in the house. The house is beautiful. The house is fat. They're running for their rooms. They're having a good time. Don already broke like 2 bottles, knocking over pool balls on the floor. He's on the balcony. He's on the banister trying to jump over. So hopefully They didn't wreck this house and tear this house up or whatever. And so anyway, so that's when, Don was like, yeah, I'm gonna call Katrina. He calls Katrina, invite her. Charmaine's all in the mix. If I was Ryan, once I see this show, I wouldn't be feeling Charmaine and Don. Like, they really, Junior waited to the end to get mad, but Four never really came at Ryan all messed up, and Don never really came at Ryan messed up. Danielle and Charmaine and Don has really been coming at Ryan, but you know what? He probably needs it. But I'm just saying, if you my friend, you don't. When they discussed that we're gonna bring our significant other, they shouldn't know Ryan was bringing Rachel because they're bringing their girls. So why even take the chance to bring Kat? Like, I don't have friends that set me up and put me in situations like that at all. So anyways, Don goes upstairs. He calls Kat. Kat's on the way. She's going to be there in the morning. And so guess who shows up now? But Ryan shows up with Rachel. And Charmaine was like, oh my God, what a surprise, Ryan. But it's not really a surprise. It's a nightmare. This is terrible. And so Ryan goes into the gym where all the guys are at. And they're all looking like, damn. So they gave Ryan what's up or whatever. And Don is like, yo, should I call Kat and tell her not to come because Ryan's here or whatever, or give her, or should I tell Ryan that Kat's coming? And Junior was like, nah, don't tell him. You know what I mean? Junior's never want to tell anybody. He didn't even want to tell Cobra that Velvet was a trick. So anyways, so they was like, nah, don't say anything about it, whatever. So all the guys agreed not to say anything about it. So it's Don, Four, and Van, and Junior not going to say anything about it. What's her name? Charmaine. She calls Kat and let Kat know or whatever. So anyways, they're in the kitchen, they're drinking or whatever. And then, Four, because he's being real. At least he cares. It seems like he cares about Ryan. He's like, yo, listen, Kat's coming. We invited her. I didn't invite her, but Dom invited her because we thought you wasn't coming. And then so now Ryan feels like, yo, you guys are against me. You guys are fucking me over. And he feels like, yo, you guys ain't got my back. Why would you invite her to come? Like, why would you mother effers do this? This is a setup. Ryan thinks it's production doing it. He does. And so anyways, and Junior was like, yo, I thought we were supposed to have a men's here and this and that. Junior was like, Ryan, you ain't been the same about the shop. And so then Ryan takes his anger out on Junior. Said, Junior, well, if you don't, because Ryan said, if you guys don't F with me and all this other stuff, I don't think you guys really F with me. You guys really rock with me. And then Junior was like, yes, we do. Why do you always think people are against you? Because Katrina's showing up everywhere when Rachel is there. And that's why. And you guys all voted for Katrina to be there. And when he's trying to keep his happy home, even though it ain't that happy because he was stepping out on her anyways. And he wasn't even man enough to tell her. So anyways, so Ryan gets all up in Junior's face, and Junior was like, yo, you only been in the shop twice in 1 month or whatever. And then Junior was like, yo, I didn't say this. And so Ryan is all in his face talking Breaking Bad, in his face talking all types of junk, like, yeah, if you don't F with me, get F around me. He's doing all that other crazy stuff, but he won't do that to, Don, because Don is the one that invited Katrina. Go, Ryan, why don't you scurry over there to Don and tell Don that? And so Don is just sitting there like, yo, Ryan better not say nothing to me. I can't stand these motherfuckers. So anyways, it's over with. But Ryan took his anger and frustration out on Junior because he couldn't take it out on anybody else. Because the only person he could size up is Junior. And then Ryan feels some way about Junior because Junior's been siding with everybody else in the shop, because you remember at the beginning of the season, Junior was always siding with Ryan, but right now he feels like you're doing a foul and you're not handling business. You're letting your personal life affect the business. So it is what it is. And so now it's time for Kat to show up. Kat shows up, and Don was like, oh, alert, Kat's coming. Then Charmaine throws dirt on Kat in front of Ryan and Rachel. And she goes, well, I told Kat that you guys were going to be here, and she still wanted to come anyway. I was like, yo, what kind of friend are you? Like, my goodness, what kind of friend are you? Like, yo, where we do that at? Where you throw shade on your own girl when you riding in here and you mad at Ryan for doing what he's doing, but yeah, you dogging on your girl. Like, yo, with friends like that, you don't need enemies. So anyways, now Katrina comes in there, Van, he's trying to do a little speech or whatever, trying to make things right. So anyways, they just get right down to it. Kat was like, Ryan, what would have happened if I would have stayed here? What she say? She goes, what would have happened if I would have stayed here and I didn't leave to to LA. You was trying to get with me. When I left, I was with you. When I came back, you was still trying to get on me or whatever. And so Ryan was like, what are you talking about? Ryan, he's acting like nothing's going on. And so we got, Rachel, she's all like, you know what, you're passing around for JJ. And then on top of that, everybody, that the men and the women in the shop, use you and then throw you out or whatever. Well, if you feel that way, Rachel, then why can't she work at 9 Meg? Why are you forcing Ryan not to have her there? I know you and Ryan both agreed, but you should be like, you know what, I ain't worried about it, because Kat can still get Ryan. It is what it is. That's why he, like, if it was nothing, like, it ain't nothing with Ryan and Danielle, they're still there, whatever. But I think the problem is because of Rachel, and it was backhand, and it was done behind her back, and then all the arguing and the bickering going on with the whole shot with the Kat and Ryan situation. And so Rachel just feels like, yo, so Rachel is like, so Kat was like, yo, we started 9 Mag. And so then, Rachel was like, I need you to stop saying that, because you didn't stop saying that. Stop saying we start 9 Mag. He started 9 Mag. And she was like, and then Katrina was like, well, Ryan started 9 Mag, then the next day I was on the train. And so then that's when Don jumps in. What you mean, Rachel? What you mean don't say we? Who? And so then Rachel corrects everybody and say, hey, listen, all y'all can leave, and Ryan would still have 9 Meg. So basically she's saying that Ryan owns 9 Meg. He owns the name Blase in the third. So she put it out there on the table, like, you guys can leave, and you can and you will be famous tattoo artists, but you won't be under the 9 Meg brand, because once you guys leave, there could still be 9 Meg or whatever. So then everybody's quiet. I didn't even hear Don go off and get into it and wild out. Everybody got quiet. And so, and everybody wants Kat to be there or whatever. And so so and so she's still going in so Rachel was just like, okay, all right, go ahead, Becky. You go ahead, Becky, like, to continue talk, because she's basically don't want to hear what Katrina has to say, because she already knows what's going on. But I guess the reason why Rachel is upset is because she's exposing that on TV, and this is becoming a big thing, because go ahead, Becky, let's hear what you got to say or whatever about Ryan. And so then that's what Katrina was like, nah, listen, I never needed Ryan for a storyline, but it seems like you and Ryan needed each other for a storyline. That's how Rachel got into the picture. So, because basically, when the show came back on, it's been about this circle. Thank God this circle's over. So, anyways, Katrina, she starts crying. She leaves the room, whatever. Katrina was like, you want me to spell it out for you? Katrina was like, won't you shut up, B word? Because Katrina's like, yo, I could still have Ryan if I wanted to. Yeah, but she would have had him on the low or whatever. So it is what it is. And so Ryan says that, you know what, it's either me or Katrina. Make your decision. Katrina, she bounces, she goes in the room, she starts crying. Danielle is crying, Kat's crying, because now they know that they have to choose Ryan. So Ryan is chose. And so Ryan and Katrina had the conversation. Katrina's crying, saying like, Ryan, I didn't know it was going to be like this. I thought it was always going to be friends. I didn't know it was going to change like this. He was like, well, we both messed up. We both fucked up our friendship. We both messed everything up by sleeping together. We can't be friends. We can't go back to the way it was. It ain't going to go back full circle. We done messed up. And, Katrina was like, yo, I thought out of anything that would be friends. No, you're not going to be friends if he has a woman and he has kids, and she's threatening to leave with the children and move away, and then he tells you that he doesn't want this secret to be out, and it's causing so much confusion in his shop, where he's not showing up at the shop, and where he has to incubate with Rachel at home, and he has to pick between his kids and he's gonna pick his kids because he said his kids are more important. So it's just like Kat really just got stung by the bee. She just got burnt. And she feels bad about the situation. But I don't know if she knew that there was going to be consequences behind it. Of course, there was consequences behind their behaviors. Even when they went to the lake house, there was consequences. At that time, when she went to the lake house, she should have stopped with him. He should have stopped with her. But they continued to go, and it was filmed. And the producer's going to make sure it comes out on the show. So it is what it is. And she's crying. But it also seems like she's hurt. I don't know if she's just hurt about the friendship, or she's hurt that whatever Ryan told her, all the pillow talk he told her, came out to be not true. and how he's just dismissing her like they ain't brothers and sister. But how are they brothers and sister when they done already had sex, so it ain't that tight. So anyways, that's it with Katrina. So everybody knows Katrina is gone, and Don didn't step up and say anything. It's shady. Anyways, peace. I'm out. One love, my peeps and my peoples.